What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Hades. His name is Domantas. Domantas the Great, Domantas the Wise, Domantas the Killing the Elephant with barely losing any HP on that villager. Punkstar, on the other hand, is opting to chop some wood down first before he goes after his own elephant. Is this map competitive mega random? Or is it sheltered pass? I think this map is sheltered pass here. So, hang on, we'll just 100% confirm that. Yes, sheltered pass is the map here. I think you can actually get a competitive mega random spawn that is similar to this, but you know it's sheltered pass because on sheltered pass there are 3 hunt spawns outside your base. You get a rhino spawn, you get a zebra spawn, you get a giraffe spawn. That's just where the spawns are. This map is a relatively, in terms of the randomness of Age of Mythology maps, Sheltered Pass is one of the least random maps possible, which means 2 things. 1, incredibly balanced. So you're not going to lose a game based on the map ever. You just won't. So you can't blame the map for your loss. You have to blame yourself. And the second thing is you can really plan your macro out on this map to a T because you know where all the hunt, you know what the hunt limits is very, very nicely. So there's actually a third part about this map, which is interesting, is the starting hunt. There is actually a lot of variability in the starting hunt. You can get you can get gazelle, you can get zebra, I believe, and you can get an elephant. If you get the elephant and you're playing Norse, it's huge because you can drag the elephant next to your town center, and you can kill, and you can not need to use an ox cart on it. Skip an ox cart early. It can be absolutely huge for like Thor, for Loki, for Odin. Odin can cast Great Hunt and have no need for an ox cart until the classical age. Even you don't even need an ox cart in the archaic age. So this map here, some of the time, can be incredibly good for Norse. It can be incredibly good for Egyptian as well. It can also be incredibly good for a Greek player as well. You can drag the elephant into the main town center or something like that. Or you can actually do that a little bit later, drop the granary down on the outside of the map here with the first couple of villages on your zebra, and then drag the elephant in, skip the granary, get hunting dogs, all the good stuff. There's lots and lots of different options here. So we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Domantas looks like he's trying to advance relatively fast here. He's going onto the one goat here instead of opting to jump onto some second hunt somewhere. These villagers over here are going to finish up on these zebra. And the question is really going to be, does Punkstar have what it takes to make this work here on this map? He's going for a 4:30 advance time against Hades. Both of the town centers are forward here, with the most likely town center being grabbed being this one, if Domantas chooses to do a fast second town center strategy here. That is going to be the question. Now, we have seen many Hades players going for a fast second town center and making it work against Atlantean, especially when they've got really nice maps like Gold Mine really close to this, Wood Line nice and close to this as well. Though that being said, it is relatively open and it might be difficult. Now, the options here for Punkstar, he could stay one town center here, and I rate staying one town center here against on this map because it allows you to get access to all of this hunt and do a really, really nice one town center semi-fast mythic kind of full pressure the entirety of the game, raiding everywhere, just causing chaos and getting gold stars and things like that, as we do see Domantas being very annoying with the Katoskopos. I hate that the Katoskopos carries this wooden sword around. He doesn't need it. He shouldn't be allowed a wooden sword. Like, in the picture, it looks like it's a steel sword, but I'm telling you that he carries a wooden sword and he whacks little citizens, and the citizens say, "Ow, leave me alone." And then he runs away with a cheeky laugh. Anyways, we are actually seeing the town center coming down. We've got the Oracle already over here as well, as we've got counter barracks, military barracks coming down for Punkstar. More villagers coming onto this town center as well as Punkstar sees the town center coming up. Where is it? Promethean Offspring. They're very, very late here. Punkstar not putting enough forethought into this. And this is something that I think that Oranos players, they're really going to have to start working out how to deny a Hades town center. Because if you ask me, 4:30 advance time, chucking a town center up against Oranos, you should not be able to get this town center up. If it's a forward town center, you shouldn't be able to get it up, in my opinion. One thing you could potentially do that I would love to see Atlantean players do is if you've got forward hunt like here, just send a citizen forward to drop the barracks down up here. You could drop the counter barracks in your main base, build those military units up here. You can then cast like Valor on your oracles, have Mermillo coming through, and you can be able to deny this town center. But we'll see how it's all going to go. As the villagers now popping through, and now Punkstar has to kind of work out what needs to be done here moving forward with this army. So there's going to be two options. I think the best thing you want to do here as Oranos is attempt to force Sentinels down in the main base of the Hades player. So you want to put a ton of pressure onto the main base, force the Sentinels. That way you can manage to raid around this town center, hit the villages that are out here, and attempt to prevent this gold mine from getting grabbed. Obviously, the other plan here for Oranos, which is always a tried and true method, is to just get yourself the 3 town centers up. We are seeing Punkstar cutting Mermillo at this point. But he does have a little bit of food left in that elephant, not much, only 11 food there. As this house getting taken out on this location here, and Domantas here, he's getting himself watchtowers, so playing it very, very safe here. Doesn't even want to cast the Sentinels. Very smart, not overreacting at all. As we see the Ajax carrying a relic here. What's he got? The Armor of Achilles. That's a really big relic there, in all honesty. As another Oracle does end up biting the dust here. As this Minotaur here does get shockwaved. Bang! And the Minotaur gets deleted? He deleted the Why? Why? That doesn't make any sense. It's like he's playing against Loki or something. He's like, I don't want you to get the fame for killing my Minotaur. That's not how it works. Punkstar moves through there, pushes the villagers off the chickens for the time being here. Now, the big thing that makes this difficult for Domantas, for the Hades player, is that he doesn't have that much food. He's only got himself a handful of goats left, and he's not going to be able to eat these rhinoceros. In fact, I think that it would be a smart idea here for Punkstar to just kill this rhinoceros off now and have it start decaying, because once Hades gets some army out, he will be able to push forward and maybe grab that. So it might be worth it to just take that one out. As we do see the Punkstar unit's going to swing around here, check this gold mine out. I think it'll be vitally important just to have a unit over here. It would have been nice to maybe see this Oracle checking out this gold mine, and maybe one of the second Oracles maybe sneaking around here to just sit here to check that gold mine out. As we do see the units coming through onto this position, gets one villager kill. There's the Sentinels. Very, very scary god power to have to fight against when you're one town center, low economy. You don't want to really be moving in onto those locations and fighting the Sentinels at all. As we do see now, Punkstar going for a second town center, going for a third town center to boot. Behind all of this, he might decide, did he drop the town center? Yes. So he's going to grab that one there. He's got a lot of units out to defend, and now he's starting to throw down more military barracks, which I absolutely love. And here, now Domantas has to decide whether or not he can potentially afford to start looking to deny one of those town centers going up. Or if he can maybe take the middle of the map as an idea, or something like that, given that all the resources right now are being invested into town centers. We'll have to wait. And see. As Domantas just going to sit back here with his Ajax and Chiron. Now, remember that the win condition for Hades, basically in every single game, is don't die. If Hades doesn't die, Hades wins. So you just have to be hyper aware as a Hades player how you could potentially lose the game. So, potentially, like, there are two things you have to worry about. So one is your second gold mine. If you can't get a second gold mine, you lose. If you can't get a third gold mine, most of the time you're going to be finding it very, very difficult to win. And then it's your third town center. So how are we going to see Domantas get that third town center? Now, as this is the case, And because the Oranos player is normally going to have map control, why don't Oranos players ever try to steal this town center instead of grabbing their back town center? So instead, we could have seen a villager, like a hero citizen or something, wandering up here. Yes, it's a bit of a wander, but steal that forward town center, get that town center up. Why don't we see that? Is that just me thinking out loud and saying something really stupid, or am I actually a genius? I don't know. Maybe we'll see it at some point now that it's out there. The idea is out there. Oranos players, go and steal your opponent's third town center. Don't take your back town center. This is an idea and see what happens. Maybe I'll try and lose a game for you so you can realize that my ideas are stupid. Okay. We just see, unfortunately, a hero Mermillo just gets thrown away there, but I think one villager may have been picked off on that raid as Punkstar is just dancing around trying to figure out exactly what he needs to do here. Now, Punkstar does still have all of these giraffe remaining. He's also got the rhinoceros in the middle of the map here remaining as well. Aphrodite coming through for Hades here, for Domantas. This is, again, we've seen a lot of weird... I'd say this is weird, but I just don't think that this makes a whole lot of sense in this matchup. But maybe it will be, because you're going to be able to stop all of this pressure, give yourself a lot of time here to defend, and we'll see how it's going to work. Villager's getting pushed off of this wood line over here, as well as the Termo just pushing through. Lots of damage coming in onto Punkstar's army, but he's getting some decent damage done onto Domantas' economy, as Domantas does finally decide to move over onto this wood line over here as well. As Punkstar just continuing to throw those javelins in willy-nilly. Not really able to hit all too much. Well, we'll see if Punkstar can work out the economy. His resources are really, really well spent right now. He's spending them all exactly as he needs to. Is he getting his citizen out on time, though? Kind of. He's kind of got one town center here with a 0%. We've got to be a little bit careful about that. The other thing that you want to be doing here with Oranos is make sure you get to that 27-ish villager high. It's really important. Well, 27, 20, 28 villager high with the 3 citizens, 25 villager citizen cap. As Curse does get dropped immediately, we're starting to see those Hypaspis coming out, and Punkstar has to retreat back here ever so slightly. He does have himself 3 hero Mamilo to try and take out the Nemean Lion, but surely at this point here, Domantas should not be able to win these fights. Surely Punkstar, with 145 population, he should be more than happy with taking these fights moving forward. Yes, there are Hypaspis coming in, but those Terma will be able to take them out. They've only got 10% pierce armor, and there's a lot of these Terma here. Now, Restoration getting dropped down here, and Punkstar going to be having to retreat back even further here, as well as Domantas' population slowly creeping up to that 130 population mark. And this is going to allow Domantas all of the time in the world here to start thinking about getting his 3rd town center or go to the Mythic Age here. We'll see how it's all going to go as the citizen moving forward to grab this. Do we see the villagers grabbing these rhinoceros? No, we do not. Domantas is more than happy to just have irrigation and all those farms up, as well as now we see good micro here from Punkstar getting those Terma to get a little bit of damage done as he retreats back. We have to see those Terma also being retreated back, though. Once you do that and you engage with the Mermillo, you've got to get those Terma to safety. Now we see Punkstar deciding to get himself out some Kyro Ballast to try and take out those infantry units. We'll see how he's going to go as the Nemean line does get taken down there. And the flood is going to start here for Domantas. Punkstar, he's got all these military buildings on this front, so he's got the defender's advantage. But the Hades army, unupgraded as well, is just too strong at this point. The Hades shades flowing through in onto this area as well. And Punkstar just cannot get the units out. Those Terma absolutely useless in that fight. He had 145 population, but let's just say it was 15 Terma. That's 30 population of uselessness for that fight, considering Domantas basically had no real Toxotes there. Now the Terma are gone, the Toxotes starting to flow in. Really, really nice play here from Domantas. Now we're starting to see some Promethean coming out. Punkstar here, about to finish up on his hunt. He's going to have a little bit of a difficulty moving forward as he will have to start throwing the farms down. He's got a handful of farms already. But Punkstar's definitely got a mountain to climb now as Domantas sending villagers up to the top town center over here. We do see the Oracle is sitting here. We'll be able to spot that, but because Domantas is putting so much pressure on, there's just nothing really which Punkstar can do here. That's the Promethean Offspring going to be trying to take out some units, but Domantas is calmly going to clean those guys up. As we do see the units now coming through for Punkstar. Punkstar back up to 145 of 145 population. This time he's got some stronger units out though. He should definitely be considering fighting here while he's got the medium upgrades versus medium upgrades. Heavy infantry and heavy archers are about to pop here. They are coming through now though for Punkstar. We'll see how things are going to go. Citizen going to be retreating away here as well. As the Caraballists are retreating back. And there's plenty of gold mines all around the map here for Punkstar to be mining. Though these two getting cut off makes things a little bit annoying. The Citizen could come over here and grab this gold. And I imagine once Thea pops here, Punkstar's going to need to get all of those Dryads out to continue putting pressure on. As we do see the units going after each other. Domantas 145 or 145 population now. His units are so strong. These Greek units being equal population with a tech advantage is everything in this matchup. We'll see how this fight's going to go, but in all honesty, I can't see it really going anywhere better than an equal trade here for the Hades player. Because not only that, Hades Shades will come out as well, and that's just such a big deal as the army going to try and break its way through here. More units flowing in, and we do see Punkstar and Domantas' population starting to drop ever so slightly. Domantas with plenty of resources in the bank, though, to come back up. And while this is happening, we're starting to see some walls coming through over here. There's the Hesperid's tree getting dropped down for Punkstar, but he doesn't have any gold in the bank at this point. How are the economic upgrades going? He's got Shaft Mine, so he should be able to pump out all of that gold very, very fast. I'm surprised to see Punkstar not just taking these wood villagers off, chucking them over onto gold to get out those Dryads as fast as possible. We also see the Stymphalian bird coming through, which is going to be a really, really big deal until Chiron comes in. 1 mana getting taken down. Not going to be the biggest of deals as Punkstar is sitting at full population here. Should be able to get that mana back up in time. As one hoplite there distracting 6 Murmillo while the fight happening in this middle of this base here, or middle of this map here. Domantas is playing this one really, really nicely. We just see a marker coming up in the top corner of the map as well. Going to have a huge trade route coming from here all the way down to this town center. Nice play there with the wall coming up as well to defend it. Very smart here from Domantas. The units trying to push through. We see a huge shockwave there onto the Toxotes. I think it might be the first shockwave we've seen. No, that's the last shockwave we've seen. I don't know what's happening in this game. Artemis now coming through for Domantas is just like, oh, it's time to finish this game. Right now, Punkstar is sitting at 99 of 145 population. He just can't trade at all against this Hades army. And this is something that I think this is a really, really good example of why Hades is so strong right now. Why Hades has, as we see Punkstar tapping out, but why Hades has risen up to the top of the ranks. And a big part of it is that with Sentinels and second town center play, Hades can get to this moment in the game really, really easily, where his army just becomes unkillable. With the fact that Hades Shades comes through, he's got these ridiculously strong Toxotes sitting at 4.2 speed. That extra move speed buff does actually help quite a bit as well. The extra damage onto those Toxotes ends up being a really big deal as well. And the fact that he just doesn't take damage here because he gets himself these watchtowers with 9.6 damage. Very, very scary. An extra 1.6 pierce damage from those. Plus these Sentinels, which are doing 14.3 damage. And apparently they're affected by archer upgrades as well. Did not know that. So these Sentinels can be very, very strong. You learn something new every day. There's a very, very little known fact there. Sentinels get affected by archer upgrades. So, man, Hades so strong here. Though that being said, I do still think that Oranos players in general, they need to figure out how they can stop a second town center going up. And I think the answer somewhere lies in the middle of 4-minute advance times or trying to do things like creating extra Oracle heroes manually. So your free Oracle heroes plus a Valor on your Oracles means you can start attacking that town center with vigor earlier and really find an advantage where that's concerned. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. Congratulations to Domantas. If you're on the YouTubes, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next game.